I was recently Christmas shopping for my kids, and I saw a toy that brought back childhood memories. There on the shelf was a Cabbage Patch doll. Now there were dozens, if not hundreds, of them on the shelf, uh, but there was a time, there was a day that I remember watching the news as a kid, and one particular Christmas, Cabbage Patch dolls were the thing. They were the hottest thing on the market, at least here in America. And I remember you would see news reports on the nightly news, because back then that's all you had. And you would see suburban housewives literally beating the crap out of each other, like they were delivering a message in prison to another inmate in order to get that Cabbage Patch doll. There was absolute mayhem. It was Armageddon. Locusts, fire, brimstone, women and men beating the hell out of each other so that they could get their kid this ugly doll. It was hot. Everybody wanted it. And you see this phenomenon time and time again with different products, oftentimes at Christmas, the new hot thing. I don't know if anything has quite reached to the hysteria of the Cabbage Patch doll, but when people want something and something is perceived to have value, people will try to get it. There's a crowd behavior, a mob mentality that takes place. Now, are those Cabbage Patch dolls worth a ton? I'm sure there's some other collector's item, but you would have thought the Walking Dead were entering the earth and those Cabbage Patch dolls were the last water and food available. It was absolutely crazy. I was almost scary as a kid. So, well, yeah, that's Christmas. People get hysteria. If you don't think that kind of mob mentality and crowd behavior happens in the market, well, one, you're dead wrong. And two, it does, and you need to stop and take the time to understand it. If you ever truly get a feel for why trends are developing, for why price movement is actually occurring, you might have just found the missing ingredient to become rich. Plain and simple. Now, a lot of traders and a lot of investors ignore the psychology aspect of the market altogether. They focus strictly on fundamentals in investing in a stock, or simply on technicals in making a forex trade or another stock trade, and maybe combine a little of each depending on their investing style. But so many investors and so many traders ignore I don't want to say lunacy, but the mentality, the mob mentality and the crowd behavior aspects that take place in the market. Because they exist. They do. The market will go up for 3 straight weeks. And then in 3 days, it will erase everything that happened. There's no real logical way based purely on fundamentals to describe this. But you absolutely understand it if you understand the storylines behind what is occurring. Why is the market going up every day during certain stretches? And why does it have drastic free falls? What is the mentality that is occurring? What is the psychology, the market psychology that is happening during these time periods? Now, getting that feel can take a little bit of time, a little bit of experience. And as you're beginning, there's nothing wrong with strictly focusing on technical analysis to place your trades as you get that feel. Because by reading a chart and seeing the price movement, you may not understand why it's moving, but you can place trades simply on the price movement of a chart. But really, if you want to take that next level as an investor, that next level as a trader, understanding the dynamics behind price movement, because sometimes price will go down and it's simply based on noise. It's simply based on profit taking. And sometimes there are deeper things behind it. But by understanding the psychology of the mob, you're better off as a trader and better off as an investor. Just take the time to start following your favorite news blog or start reading a market recap. Start seeing the highlights. Find trusted sources to do this, because oftentimes the people writing these have no idea. They'll ascribe causal reasons to describe what is happening when they really don't understand themselves. So find a good source that talks about some of the aspects of what is actually driving the market. Because oftentimes these sophisticated investors, sophisticated traders, this market that is supposed to be this calculated instrument acts no differently than a bunch of parents trying to beat up each other over a Cabbage Patch doll. Understanding when that is occurring and when there are actual things driving the market can really make a difference in your trading and investing.